All right, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to Green Light and Banter.
Hello there.
Today's date is March 7.
Seems like it's later in March than that.
It will be like in about 15 minutes, it'll be the end of March.
Feels like it.
Oh, and the year is 2024.
The year of our Lord.
Yeah, so welcome back to Green Light and Banter. This is episode 22.
I don't think it is.
It really is. I just checked.
Where'd you check? I didn't see you check anything.
I checked on our podcast.
Oh, on Spotify?
On Spotify. And thanks for bringing that up, Jamie. Green Light and Banter is now available on Apple Podcasts.
We're diversifying.
So what I discovered was we were missing out on roughly 36.8% of podcast listeners.
Math nerd.
So who knows where this thing's going.
That's about to take off. Doritos is going to come calling.
Yeah, and did you see the picture of that Kim sent us? The mayo Doritos?
Let me tell you something.
I was never so happy.
If that ever happens, no, I will boycott.
I
will turn away from the greatest treat that's ever been made.
I think I dreamed about what that would taste like.
You didn't dream, you had a nightmare. I will turn my back to the greatest flavor of Doritos in history, and that is Cool Ranch.
You don't like the taco Doritos?
Well, I mean, I do, but that doesn't mean it's above Cool Ranch. When Cool Ranch came out
it was
that
good.
summer, magic.
I love Doritos.
I know you do.
I want them all. And I would welcome testing mayo Doritos.
I will visit you in the hospital. But it won't be like, oh, here, can I get you anything? I'm like, what were you thinking? You jerk turkey trying mayonnaise Doritos? Just to get you a tortilla chip.
What were some of the other flavors we had? Spicy ketchup?
Sweet. Yeah, that was atrocious.
Not impressive. Habanero pineapple?
Yes, habanero pineapple.
Do you want me to let you answer?
No. But I just if you answer the one I've been wanting to answer, it's going to be frustrating.
Go ahead.
Sweet and spicy chili.
You don't like that?
No, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're just going through the...
Yeah, it's just you were naming off things, and I had sweet and spicy chili on the ready.
Yeah, that was a good one when it came about.
I tell you, they're barbecue chips.
Ah.
It's better than mayonnaise will ever dream of being.
I mean, I like barbecue potato chips.
I do too.
Not barbecue Doritos.
You just don't have an open mind to change.
Well, I'm just telling. I've tried them.
I know you did.
Okay. I probably have some in my
I'm surprised.
Dorito locker.
I'm surprised because just a peek behind the curtain. One of my favorite things to do is one of my weaknesses is jelly beans. Good jelly beans. I'm not talking Brock's where they have just generic flavors. I'm talking like Fruit Bowl, Jelly Bellies, the Starburst, the different flavors. So what I like to do is get varieties, get a giant freezer bag, mix them all up, and then, that'll last me a year.
Do you put them in the freezer?
No, it's just, I don't have one particular flavor.
Oh, you seal them.
Yeah, my point is, your dream thing would probably be to get all these Doritos, mix them.
No.
You just said no just to spite me.
No, I don't want that. I want the...
But you'll try mayonnaise Doritos?
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat them with Cool Ranch Doritos.
I would think that would be delicious for you mayonnaise freeze.
You know what?
Not to paint everybody with a broad brush here.
Do you know what I really think?
What?
There's mayonnaise in Cool Ranch Doritos. How else would you make Cool Ranch?
I need you to listen to me right now. Do not ruin Cool Ranch Doritos for me. There's very few things in this world I like. And Cool Ranch Doritos is one of them. Most things I hate.
Okay, I won't. I'll leave it alone.
Thank you.
I will leave it alone.
Have we started the clock?
Nope.
I feel like we've covered like a plethora of topics.
I don't even know how we got to that, but we were just I was trying to recap our last podcast.
Oh, and I sort of cut off your announcement of Apple, right?
Yeah, I think I got it in there.
We'll have to go back and review the tape.
I honestly tried to put the podcast on Apple a while back, but I could never get my RSS feed link to go on there, and I finally figured it out.
I have no idea what RSS is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's the link you use, and you attach it to the different platforms, and it links to your origin of your podcast.
Oh.
I don't know what RSS stands for.
I will find out.
Rally Super Sport?
I'll find out in due course.
Do tell. So I will start the clock just as soon as I get to my timer.
Are you going to let me know what we're discussing today?
Yeah, so before I start the timer, I'm going to tell you. And so, I heavily research the topics for the podcast. And sometimes there's a delay between podcasts, and there's many factors. The primary factor is time limitations.
Yes.
We just don't have the extra time. And there's other things.
Mm-hmm. We have to coordinate the both of us.
Yeah, and
now the lawn mowing seasons.
Yeah, we'll never get another podcast because Jamie he'll have to mow every afternoon.
Listen here. I 1 or 2 times couldn't do something with you because I had to mow.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's...
Yeah, but I asked you like the next day, and you said, "No, I didn't mow."
Yeah, and more than likely next time I won't mow either.
I'm like, well, maybe we could have shared some social time together, but you blew me off. That's okay.
It was a good faith attempt.
I'm used to it.
To get mowing done. It's just how many people out there say, I need to mow tonight. Everybody needs to mow tonight.
I need to mow right now.
I need to mow right now, but I won't mow tonight.
I mean, if you do not get
that first mow,
if I don't get certain areas cut this weekend, and I think it's going to rain, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get the last mow.
That first and last mow.
It's critical.
Hey, Merrill.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo.
Okay, so.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough of that. All right.
God.
So I'm going to tell you the topic. So it took me a little while to think of it because, actually, I think we talked about this before. And so I thought we would do it now. I want to talk about Knoxville.
In what regard?
I mean, we're going to talk about Knoxville. So in regard to things we enjoy, things we do, places we go. I mean, you've lived here your whole life. Mm-hmm. I've lived here 32 years.
Okay.
Which is almost my whole life, but not quite. So I thought we'd just kind of, we've got folks that listen elsewhere. So I think I think you'll enjoy this.
Oh, I always enjoy it. I just want it known. Well, no, let's proceed.
I'm sure you will make it known.
Yeah, I'll make it known.
Whether anyone wants it known.
Everybody wants it known. It's just a matter of if I decide to divulge.
All right, I've clicked the proverbial stopwatch.
Just now?
Yeah.
I thought you did that a long time ago.
So, no. We never do it that way.
Did I just turn a dial when I... Good.
I think you did.
I think I did.
You increased my my microphone sensitivity.
Now I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, it's because I moved away.
Oh, yes.
Remember, these are specific mics.
It's a science.
Coronoid mics. Okay, so we already said that Jamie has lived. He was born in Knoxville.
I was born in West Knoxville, and then moved around my first birthday to North Knoxville.
So you were born where?
Off Middlebrook Pike, in a Hidden Valley subdivision.
Was there a hospital there?
What type of question is that?
I mean, you were born at home?
No, that's where I live.
That's what you just said.
Oh, you meant where
I was born in the subdivision.
I was almost born in the parking lot of Fort Sanders Hospital.
So you weren't born in West Knoxville. You were born downtown.
I mean, technically, I was born over on campus. But
you were born at the fort.
At the fort. And I mean, I was about half out in the parking lot.
Wow, that's a great visual.
Because my mother would, I guess when she goes into labor, she wouldn't tell anybody. She'd just start doing laundry.
Why are you doing laundry?
Well,
you ought to know.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
somebody in labor.
Somebody boil some water.
Well, good thing my father owned a 1972 Datsun pickup truck at the time, because that wasn't going to get us there in a hurry.
I mean, what's the rush?
Yeah.
Nature's going to take over anyway.
Yeah, nature and gravity.
So you've been here, I don't even want to try to do the math, so quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So Knoxville's changed a bit. It's changed a lot since I moved here in 93. But I was born, I mean, essentially Knoxville area, 35 miles away. So we would come to Knoxville a couple times a year to go, mainly to go shopping for school.
Yes.
Downtown, before the malls. So I guess we love Knoxville. I plan to live here until I win the lottery and I buy my summer home somewhere. But what is, so we know these things, but we have listeners that don't live here. What do you like about Knoxville in general?
Okay, I want to say I love what Knoxville used to be.
You sound like an old man.
I'm fastly approaching that. Knoxville, I love East Tennessee. I love the idea, I sound like a dude from Gladiator. I love the idea of Knoxville. Knoxville used to be an idea. Oh yeah, but
it's still an idea.
Yeah, but it's become...
No, I ask you what you love about it, not what you don't like.
Well, I tell you what I love. I love the things that surround Knoxville more than I love what's in Knoxville.
Okay, yeah.
I told you...
well, Knoxville is the gateway.
Yeah. Like growing up, what I loved about Knoxville was Fountain City Ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
It was leaving Knoxville to go to the Smoky Mountains or the woods elsewhere, Blue Ridge and all that. It was the golf courses. I mean, very few things I loved within my city. UT, Tennessee sports. Mm-hmm. I love being, that's a college town. I had family, and you have a son right now from Chicago. I wasn't big on the pro sports towns. I'd get in arguments with my cousin's friends all the time why college towns are way better than pro sports towns. And, but...
Do you think that's changing, though? Like with the...
Yeah, it's changing in
money in college?
Yeah, I look forward to, in football season...
High school football?
I look forward to Thursday night and Friday night a little more than Saturdays now. I like Thursday night high school football. I like watching the highlights of Friday night football around the high school area. But I do love it, and these are things that aren't in Knoxville anymore. I used to love going up to Halls too. For those that don't know, Halls is a community north of where I live in Fountain City. They used to have the slick tracks up there and the batting cages. Mm-hmm. The Hall Cinema. That little
just closed.
Yeah, that little block.
Yep.
Was heaven.
I love the slick track.
Love the slick track. Things like that. I would kill. And I know it's in West Knoxville, but come on. Those of us in North Knoxville,
we don't go to West
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Don't enjoy West Knoxville like people in West Knoxville think we should enjoy West Knoxville. It's too much. It's too much. So I know there's a batting cage out there. I'd love for there to be a good batting cage in North Knoxville.
Where's the batting cage?
there's a whole indoor thing.
Oh, is it the big event or something?
Something like that. But then you got the screaming kids going around.
I've never been there.
Nor have I.
I think they have bowling and
yeah, and it's all just too much. But
it takes you like 3 hours to get there.
yeah, and I mean, and I don't like the I don't know. It's not gentrification, but all the. And I know you like a lot of the new restaurants that are available,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like a not a yuppie crowd that's swarming around there, but it's not how I came up.
No.
I'm not saying that I came up with a can of Skull in my back pocket and.
Well, I think you were. I feel like you were privileged as a child because you grew up in a city.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a town where there was 1,200 people.
Yeah.
So we didn't have anything. We had a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And baseball fields,
but
we didn't have. We had to go somewhere to do stuff.
Yeah, but you know, when I go visit my family in northern Alabama, it was. I mean, where they were from is Boaz, and it's there's nothing. I mean, there used to be an outlet mall, but it's gone. But it was as country as cornbread, and I was much happier.
Well, and you don't have to go far from Knoxville to get that.
No, you don't at all. That's why I love. That's why I love what's surrounding Knoxville.
Well, see, I look at it that way too because I'm not. I feel like Knoxville is. I don't want a city bigger.
No.
I mean, I know it. I look at the trends. Our population's probably gonna increase by 50% in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be ugly because the city is not the design of the city and the roadways. They're 20 years behind.
Yeah,
and Nashville has really experienced it.
And we don't have the infrastructure or the budget to catch up with that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess when I run for mayor, I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll probably land right in the middle of the worst time. But I like Knoxville because it's just enough. It's not too much.
Yeah, but you see what's coming.
Right.
You see what's coming, and it's.
But I mean, I think that's inevitable. With the population increasing, and
and if there's one thing I hate, it's inevitability.
Well, I mean, it's inevitable.
Just like
and I don't think I can say it again. So
just like Thanos, was he inevitable? I can't remember. I don't know. I barely paid attention.
He was irresistible. But the things so if somebody wanted to come to Knoxville to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think about, my friends are coming to Knoxville, which never happens. What are we going to do? So to me, Knoxville is kind of the jumping off spot for what I like to do.
Right.
So, we start in Knoxville and we end up back in Knoxville at the end of the day. Primarily heading out to the national park.
Heading to the woods,
or
man.
The national forest,
yeah.
The rivers, the lakes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a haven for outdoor activities.
And that's what I mean about I like what's surrounding. Like even the lakes we have in Knoxville, West Knoxville, Fort Loudon, it's my least favorite of the lakes.
Well, it's
just because
least character.
I'm not to, I like to fish. I'm not a big leisure
Watercraft person.
Get out on a jet ski or anything like that type of.
Oh, you can't enjoy that lake.
No. I mean, when you're fishing out there, it's horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to go in the early spring when it's still cool, or you got to wait till fall fishing.
Yeah, because you have to wait for the water temperature to repel the swimmers and the skiers.
I mean, the yachts. I mean, there's an act that a fella has to do off the back of a boat in order to empty the the pressure from within his bladder, let's say. You're taking your life into your own hands when one of those yachts pass by and you're trying to balance on the back of a boat.
Maybe you should just get in the water.
People use the bathroom in that water.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump in the toilet. I mean,
you can't.
Nor would I. So why?
Wait, it's probably cleaner.
I'm not a lake swimmer. I drop a line in. I wet a line.
I don't really like the lake.
I've grown to not be. I mean, I used to like ocean swimming. My favorite body of water is a river or stream.
Yeah, moving water.
Moving water.
Well, with that being said, there's many great moving bodies of water.
Absolutely.
You know, it's Knoxville is the convergence of, well, it's not the convergence of three rivers, but they call it three rivers.
Yeah.
The Holston and the French Broad join
Yep.
join forces to create the Tennessee River.
But that's what I'm saying. When people do come visit, for instance, my family from North Carolina, the cousins would to come visit, which is rare. If I'm on the, I guess you'd call it a board or a delegate to figure out how we're going to entertain these people, unless we're going out to eat, which I can cook a meal as good as these yahoos. I would take us out of Knoxville.
What? So that's a given,
Yeah.
because that would be me as well.
Yeah.
Because we get out
Yeah.
of town to do stuff, but we also do a lot of things in town, which is typically eating, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, there are some good outdoor activities in Knoxville, which I like to do. Mountain biking.
Okay. Yeah, there's good paths around here from what I'm told.
Yeah, I mean, you got, I don't even know how many miles, but
Do people bike on the Greenway, or is that mainly running? And
yeah, it's both.
okay.
It's both. So they're working on that Greenway to connect. So you could go, if you went on the trails to South Knoxville over to Fort Dickerson, the trails over there would connect to I.C. King Park.
Mm-hmm.
You ride through those trails. They're going to build a system that's going to connect Knoxville to Maryville.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to
Yeah.
bike the whole way, go from, well, theoretically from North Knoxville all the way
Yeah.
on the Greenway.
I mean, there's things I like in the Maryville area that I like better than. I know I'm sounding like I'm.
You're supposed to be selling Knoxville.
I know.
Wait, I know what you're doing.
I can't wait to hear.
You're trying to keep people away.
Listen, that's too late for that. I would have loved to start that
Well,
process.
hey, just so you know, Knoxville in East Tennessee is the allergy capital of the world.
Keep that in mind, outsiders. But, if you're going to move here, I would suggest buying local honey for about 6 or 7 months before you come here.
Probably like 6 or 7 years.
You think 6 or 7
Yeah.
years? Yeah.
I mean, I could get no more local honey because I can get it out of my backyard, that local, and
Yeah, but I know I think the whole thing about me, in my opinion, of Knoxville is I love East Tennessee. I love where I was born and raised, but I'm sure it's much like
you're just in love with nostalgia.
I'm in love with nostalgia,
which is fine.
And I would think people that say live at the beach probably
They come to the mountains.
they probably don't hop up where they live that much. I mean, it's not that I dislike where I live. I love where I live. I love what the people used to be.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It's like working with someone every day.
What are you getting at?
You really like them,
Yeah.
but you just want to get away.
I mean, feel free, man. I mean, what's that? Good Lord.
No, it's kind of like everything. It's day in, day out, so you don't.
Well, yeah.
It's not that exciting.
I can take it a step further as far as people you work with.
Mm-hmm.
Between you and me,
Yeah.
it's why I hope if our former boss Jeff ever hears this, not to take offense, but it's why I didn't show up to a lot of Christmas parties because I worked.
Yeah,
with
where's
you all,
the fun?
I worked with you all week, and then I got to take part of my weekend to go over and spend time with you all on a Friday night. It's like, you know.
Yeah, I've seen you guys for like 60 hours this week.
Yeah. And people be like, well, why didn't you come? I was like, what? I'd come to this dinner so y'all can rag on me like y'all ragged on me all week. No, it's like the time when Greg and Rob showed up at my house for March Madness that year. No, I'm on this is my vacation away from you people, and y'all show up at my house. No, no. So yeah, I can understand that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's human nature in the way that you don't necessarily appreciate all the things because it's every day.
Love everybody to death. It's my family. They'll attest.
Yeah, but I want to get out of town.
Yeah. Well, when I'm on vacation with my family, by the end of the week, they're done with me because
I'm sure
when I get at some point I'll get annoyed and I'll say something I don't mean, and just because,
it doesn't take that long for me. Like I'm home from work for about 5 minutes and everybody's done with me.
Yeah. And the problem is
maybe it's my attitude.
I think it's both of our attitudes, but we're reactionary people, I believe. I react and then I'll say something that I'll feel terrible.
I think the problem is what I really want when I come in is everybody to be like, oh, we're so glad you're home. Huggy, huggy, kissy, kissy. And then we're done. I don't get that.
Back in the early America, you'd come in.
Papa.
Papa's home. They'd gather around and help you take off your coat. And you take off your hat, put it up on the...
Tell us the story of the outside world.
Sit by the fire, Papa. Let us help you off with your boots.
We never get to leave this cabin. What's it like out there? Maybe they were a cherished father, and I'm just not a cherished...
I think we were born out of the wrong decades. I would have thrived back in the 20s, even though I'd probably already be dead.
The 20s?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to go way back.
Well, the further back, the better, but I want to live past 30.
Well, I mean, I think it depended on your status in the world, your age.
Well, if this translates back to the 1800s, yeah, I'm dead by 28.
We're not having this conversation.
No, man, absolutely not.
I don't know. I feel like I would have been in the House of Burgess or something.
I feel like I'd have been a senator.
Dear sir, you are not following parliamentary procedure. Please step aside.
I'd have been in Downton Abbey, but I'd been in the staff downstairs.
Where's the shoe butler?
I'd be that. But
I probably would have been fixing the wagons.
I've been a farmer. That's what my people were. But
speculator.
I mean, if I decided to set out, but it would have been one of those where I'd be like, Pa, I want to head west. Why, boy? Pig farming's in your blood. Yeah, okay.
So you were the oldest son, though. So you would have inherited.
I was the only son. Yeah.
Right. So you would have inherited
all the
whole
pigs.
pig farm.
Yeah.
So you'd never get to leave.
Yeah. No. The
Just
whole
like,
family would be depending on me, and we'd all be dead.
Just like Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life, he could not get out.
Mary.
You know, the younger brother goes off, Medal of Honor winner.
George had to stay
What have you been doing, George?
Oh, I've just been dancing with Mary.
I've been waiting for you to come back so I can go to college. I'm only 45 years old.
Yeah, I'm dying next year.
Where have you been?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about moving to Buffalo.
So, Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? So
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's think. Okay, so you've completely trashed Knoxville.
I don't think I have.
Everything around it's great. It's not what it used to be.
It isn't what it used to be.
If we could go back in time.
Even the Sun Sphere isn't what it used to be.
It is back to what it used to be.
The Sun Sphere?
Yeah, they repainted it.
No. There was a time when those tiles shone so bright in the night sky.
In the night?
Yeah, you remember when the World's Fair, the night would be coming to you, you'd look up at that beautiful golden orb.
Well, it was new.
Yeah, and it's not what it used to be.
It's 40 years old.
Well, yeah.
I mean, just think what you used to look like 40 years ago.
I was an adorable kid, man. It was adorable.
40 years ago. Oh my God.
I was the talk of.
Do you know what I was 40 years ago?
What?
A 14-year-old kid.
That's right.
I've come full circle.
That's right. Have you?
40
You were doing a
years?
podcast then?
40 years?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh. Well, I want to just mention a few things that are happening in Knoxville. I think that may bring back a little shine for us.
Yeah, I'll lean back because I don't think I'm contributing.
You want me to turn your mic off?
No, but I don't think I'm helping.
So, I think in another year, we're going to have a fantastic baseball stadium downtown, which to me is, 20 years too late?
Okay, I will give you that, because what that's going to do is help Tennessee's baseball program, because kids are going to want to come play because there's going to be pro scouts right there.
Yeah.
Then they're going to have a lot of tournaments there. It's probably going to get us a bunch of high school baseball tournaments and things like that. It's going to be an excellent facility.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, our professional soccer team. That's going to be their stadium.
Can I tell you something? I forget all the time that we have. It's like the Knoxville 1 or something.
Yeah, 1, I think. I mean, I didn't grow up with soccer, so we never had a team. There was never a team for me.
Can I tell you the story of my soccer career?
Oh, please.
I showed up for tryouts. And they're doing the drill, they're kicking the ball. I was very young at the time, so let's not think this was when I was in middle school. I was in elementary school, kindergartner.
Mm-hmm.
The coach, who was a friend of one of my friend's dads, had a very hooked nose. At the time, the Wicked Witch of the West on Wizard of Oz haunted every nightmare.
The Maxwell House coffee lady?
Yeah, she had a very hooked nose, so I linked those two together, and I was terrified.
That was the end.
I went home and I never even imagined soccer again. But you jump forward to my late 20s, early 30s, I played FIFA, and it works because that's what has pulled a bunch of people into following soccer, that video game. And so I started watching European, the EPL or whatever they call it.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Everton,
European Premier League.
The Premier League. Yeah, the EPL. And so I would watch that on Saturday and Sunday mornings, but I purposely didn't pick a team because I didn't want to root for anybody. I just wanted to watch the game. And it's pretty entertaining stuff. So I do watch soccer. I do pay attention every few years for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But
that's exciting.
That's the extent of my soccer know-how.
Well, maybe we should go to a game.
Maybe.
I don't even know when they play. Are they in season now?
I have no idea.
Don't they play at UT campus?
I have no idea. I do like the women's UT soccer team. They're entertaining. I have watched them on SEC Network a time or two. It's a good product.
Yeah, I've been to their games. It's been a while.
I wish Tennessee would get gymnastics.
Do we not have a gymnastics team?
No, and I'll tell you why we don't is because Title IX, it allots you so many
sports.
Yeah, and so
why does Georgia have a team?
Georgia has a team. Auburn, a lot of Southeastern Conference does, except for just a couple. We have Crew.
Oh, because we have a river.
We have that river there, and Melton.
We have a fantastic Crew.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not even SEC. They're Big 12. because SEC doesn't have enough crew teams.
So we're in the Big 12.
We're in the Big 12 in crew, and it covers both the men and women's team. So
That's crazy.
Not to offend anybody that's a crew fan, I wouldn't miss it if they dropped crew and picked up gymnastics, but then you have to pick up a men's sport because you dropped.
What about rugby?
There's rugby. There's
Isn't the rugby?
It's
the
a
rugby
club.
teams are club sports,
As is the hockey team. It's a club
and they
sport.
do pretty well.
Yeah, but the hockey team would not be SEC because there's not enough. What I propose, gymnastics for women. There is a huge Southeastern Conference bass fishing thing. Auburn wins the national title.
I think I saw this coming.
Yeah, Auburn wins the national title year in and year out. I think Auburn has a team, Alabama has a team, Georgia has a team, Texas A&M have a team.
That seems natural for us.
LSU has a team. So if we join, that's 6 automatically. The conference would just grow from there. So bass fishing. Oh, that's my phone.
Okay.
Who knows who
I was scared.
I'm always scared. But no, I think they should probably drop crew, but they won't because it's already got those events they have over there at Mountain Hill. I don't know if you ever drove by.
Yeah.
It's packed.
Yeah.
It's packed.
Well,
But-
I mean, they say that course on Melton is one of the best in the country.
yeah,
The water, it's so calm.
I'm surprised it lasted because I think the first or second year they found a body floating somewhere in there.
It's bound to happen.
Figured that'd be a bad omen. But you know what? We're gonna head elsewhere.
Mm.
But no, I mean that. But if you watch SEC gymnastics, it's a fantastic sport.
Yeah, and I mean, quite honestly, that's a much easier sport for spectators to
Yeah.
watch. Gymnastics.
They pack the arenas. Georgia,
Florida has a team too. right?
Florida has a team that, I mean, there's some dominant teams, and the thing is, these girls are girls. These guys, I
Gals? Do they have men's gymnastics?
about said gals. I went to girls, didn't want to offend anybody. I got the hybrid, but they are more. They're stronger, so their bones are better formed than these early gymnasts. Because I'm terrified for these girls that are doing these flips in the Olympics, because you see it all the time when they land, their leg is snapped in half. And it's just they haven't developed the core strength or the strength whereas in college, I mean, they're nailing these jumps. It's incredible.
But don't they have to start when they're young?
Yeah, but as long as I don't have to see it, then they hit
Only the strong survive.
OTSS, baby.
They make it.
They make it or they break it.
Well, I'm not sure that's exactly what I wanted out of this.
Yeah, well, I demolished
Which
that.
is never the case.
I do
honestly.
have something I want to bring up because I don't know if you remember. I want your opinion on.
Well, stay on your mic. Don't back up on me.
I don't do that.
I'm trying to help you here.
What's your opinion? Let's say, okay, you go to your local pharmacy, go to your local grocer, and you go through the checkout and you spend too much money because, let's be honest, there's a certain drag on our local or our national economy right now over in Washington that's where you're not getting your dollar's worth.
Wait, you mean?
I don't want to get political.
But inflation is under control.
Is it? Is it?
Well, the rate at which inflation is increasing is
Yes.
that's the only thing that's changed.
And you get done, and then they have the audacity to say, "Would you like to donate
$1 to
$1?" Or they got even the round up button.
mm-hmm.
Forever, I've been like, yeah. What? I always ask, "What's it for?" Because I want to know
Yeah.
politically what I'm donating to.
Mm-hmm.
And forever I'd say, yeah, I'll give $1. I'll give a couple bucks. But now I've just been rounding up. I'm about to stop that.
Why are you concerned about it?
Well, you're not what you're only thing you're accomplishing is a tax break for this big corporation that you're helping.
Yeah, but are they donating the money?
Are they? I don't know.
I think they have to.
But I know they're getting the tax break. Here's my suggestion.
Is it really a tax break?
Yeah, you are helping them get a great big tax break. Those red nose things from a pharmacy called Baldreens, they're not a sponsor, so I just use something.
Oh.
That red nose thing, they get a huge tax exemption.
Well, they have to buy the red noses.
Yeah, and then I buy it.
I never buy them.
Well,
I have no trouble saying no.
I don't anymore, but here's something that maybe would help all these organizations help fight whatever cancer they're going after. Help fight. Mm-hmm. What if, because they get a tax break. What if you get an immediate tax break, whereas every dollar you donate takes off of your sales tax, dollar for dollar?
No, that's not going to happen.
Well, it's not going to happen, and we don't have the power to make it happen.
That's a complete difference in where the money's going.
Well, what if these big corporations that are getting that break make up for the difference?
Well, have you thought of this?
What?
When you make that donation or you round up, it increases the amount of tax you pay.
Your tax for your donation?
Well, I would think it's added to your total. So your total cost is increased by your donation, therefore it's a higher number and it's taxed at a...
I always donate local anyways. Fish pantry at Christmas time.
Yeah, I like to control my donations.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm fairly generous with donations.
Do you tithe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do like, because a lot of people do end of year tithing, like a certain amount, do you tithe?
Well, I used to have it was set up automatically,
mm-hmm.
And it would go once a month or whatever. But, we're in a small church now, so we do some here and there.
Good.
But yeah, I don't know. My opinion of the roundup thing, I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
First of all, because if you don't,
you get a guilt trip.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're like,
you don't want to donate?
You don't want to save the children?
Have you seen that skit that comes on these reels where the guy's paying and the thing goes, would you like to donate to save a dog?
Yes.
And
so like, you don't want to save a dog?
What? No.
Yeah, I do.
So you want to give the dollar? No. Oh, okay. And then it pauses, comes back, he's dead. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's the whole...
Yeah.
Yeah, that... I mean, I don't have a big problem with rounding up or whatever.
Yeah. I
mean, if it's... Because generally it shows you what you're donating to. I think Three Rivers Market was the first to do that I saw. I usually round up.
But what if it's like $15.98? You want to round up? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they don't...
Yeah,
I mean, all pennies accepted.
All pennies accepted.
But the thing that I cannot tolerate is tipping when nobody... All you did was take my money.
So you're talking when you order takeout or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I've come around because normally, and you know what I blame for this, but I've always viewed myself as a tipper.
I'm a good tipper.
Yeah, but
very generous because I feel if they earned it.
I blame the movie. This is going to be as random as it gets. I blame the movie My Blue Heaven. Because My Blue Heaven, starring Steve Martin and Rick Moranis, the story of a ex-gangster that's under the protection of the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
His theory was, it's not tipping I believe in, it's over-tipping. And I saw as a young kid, I was like, that's a great theory. So forever I believed in over-tipping based on this piece of crap movie.
Not based upon your level of service?
Not based on level, so I would over-tip. Then finally I would go pick something up and be like, you want a tip? And what did you do other than
yeah, where's the service? You going to carry this to the car?
Yeah.
Or are you going to come pick up the garbage when I'm done?
But I did it just the other day with this Dad Blame Sawbuck. When I went to pick up those pizzas, they didn't do it. They just made the pizza and brought it up, and I immediately hit.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't dig that.
I don't either, but I can't get out of that vicious cycle.
When I was a kid, we did. I was a bag boy at the grocery store, And we would take their groceries out, load them in the car,
Yeah.
and we weren't allowed to accept tips.
No.
And now people are punching a button,
Yeah.
and they want you to tip them.
Yeah. So that's what I don't like about Knoxville.
Well, that's everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd bring it back.
And the worst is, I even hate this more, is when you have actually had service, and it's been fine, but they bring you the point of sale thing, and they hand it to you, and they stand there.
They stand there.
Right, and it's like, I really want to give this some thought.
That's what they did at that restaurant we went to at Christmas time, right? They had those things, and
Where was that?
that number 4.
Oh, Cafe 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
completely-
like they're standing there, tapping their foot,
Yeah.
like and waiting for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, to me, tipping it's my privilege, first of all. And,
Yeah.
and it's also my pleasure. So I want to make it my own thing.
And it's a reward for good service, not for doing with the bare minimum.
Right.
Yeah, not for, I filled your water up.
Well, but I mean, to me, listen, you could, if you're a server, you do it properly and well.
You can make bank.
Yes. And I don't get it when these servers come out and it's like, what's going on? I mean, do you want to get paid?
Do you know who has 2 thumbs and was the worst server that's ever stepped foot in the planet?
Well, you didn't last long.
I lasted about 4 hours, and they decided to put me back in the card room at a country club. Yeah, I forgot stuff. Because every server I ever seen would stand at the table with their hands behind their backs.
They didn't write anything down?
Yeah, and I was like,
Okay, to me, when I go somewhere and they don't write it down, it's an indicator. And we're going to talk about indicators
I'm the
coming
next Green Light and Banter.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. What is it?
Yeah, you went way over.
I don't think we talked about much about Knoxville, though, did we?
We did. I mean, did we really ever talk about the topic?
It's a wonderful place. We did talk about It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Mary.
Oh.
Oh, Mary. Don't hit me.
Do you want the moon?
Say the word and I'll lasso it.
George lassos the moon.
What'd you wish when you threw that rod?
I can't tell you.
Dr. Reed, baby. All right.
All right. Well, again, we greatly appreciate our listeners.
And welcome to the Apple platform.
Is it a platform?
Sandy, if you're out there, could you answer this question?
Peanut butter platform? Yeah, it's a platform.
It's a platform.
It's a podcast platform.
It's alliteration. A
App.
podcast platform.
Podcast platform. So, I mean, I say this all the time. We're going to develop this a little bit, work out a few kinks.
Well, he means it because he bought some fancy new thingies.
I mean, it's one step at a time.
I don't even know what you call these. Booms? Are these booms?
Mic booms,
Mic booms.
I guess. Arms, mic arms, Mike Arms. I feel like I know him. All right. Well, again, thanks for listening, and hopefully some more surprises coming up. We have so many people that want to be guests.
We do. We actually,
just
there's people that want to.
Sort it out. And basically, at this point in time, if you want to be a guest, you have to come to us.
Yeah.
Or we bring it to you because
clearly we don't know what we're doing with the Bluetooth.
I mean, if we get that podcast grant I've applied for.
You've applied for a podcast grant?
No.
Oh.
But if I ever get 10 minutes, we may try the memory card thing.
Okay. Well, we can do that any 10 minutes you want to afterward.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
but there's,
I think it's time.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next cast of the pod.
Later.